Rick and Morty Season 6, Episode 2, A Mort Well Lived. I really should have watched Die Hard in preparation for this episode, but I didn't, and I never have watched Die Hard, but I guess neither has Summer, so all the Die Hard references really flew over my head. But enough about Die Hard for now. What is the episode about, and was it good? Well, we start off at Blitz and Chips, which has been taken over by some bad guys. Rick and Morty are stuck playing Roy, and Morty's self-conscious gets split into all the NPCs. Summer is the only one that's still out and about in the real world, and she has to save Rick and Morty. Meanwhile, Rick tries to convince all the Mortys in the video game to come back with him to the real world, or else they will all die. Along with this, a lot of Mortys think that Rick is trying to push some kind of religious agenda by saying that they're all his grandson and they have a greater life outside this world, which I think is a actually pretty funny joke comparing what we've been told about religion and simulation theory. One of the Mortys stands out more than the others. It's a female NPC named Marta. She fully believes Rick and has the majority of the rest of the Mortys believing in what Rick says. Although the majority agree with Rick to escape the video game world, about 8% of Morty's mind decides they want to stay behind because Rick hasn't told Morty that he loves him. But Rick is okay with this percentage of Morty's mind staying behind. But after hearing this, Marta joins the opposing side that rejects Rick. She fights in a war against the Mortys that believe in Rick still. Eventually, decades pass in the video game world, and Marta is tired of fighting back Rick. The new generation of NPCs wants to leave the world along with Rick. In the episode, it explains that we don't even know if the new generation of NPCs is still Morty or not, which really goes to show how much time really has passed in the video game world. Tired of fighting Rick, she commands the Mortys to leave the video game world with Rick, although she herself wants to be left behind. Rick and Morty are freed from the game just in time to help Summer defeat the alien gang that's been holding Blitz and Chips hostage. And of course, Summer kills the main bad guy because she had a gun taped to her back. And though she didn't watch Die Hard, she read the plot summary from one of the bad guy's books. At the end of the episode, we find out that Rick bought the Roy machine so Marta can live her life in peace. We'll see if this version of Morty will come back in the future. It sounds like it might, but I don't know. This episode was decent, and of course, anything is going to seem a little bit worse coming off the amazing premiere from last week. I really wish I had more to say about this episode, and maybe I'll find more enjoyment from it once I decide to inevitably watch Die Hard, which I still haven't done. So overall, I think the episode was a little lackluster, but it was still enjoyable, which is really all you can ask for from a show. Anyway, I'm really excited for next week's episode, and as always, I'm just a side character.